So now that we know a little bit about how to calculate the derivative, let's think about using that to find the line tangent to a graph. So let's say that we're given an equation, f of x is equal to x over x minus 2, and we are asked to find the equation of a tangent line to f of x at x is equal to 3. And so what we do know is that f of x, well, this has a graph, and it looks like something. And so what we want to find is what is the equation of the tangent line to f of x when x is equal to 3. So to give you an idea what that looks like, if I graph x over x minus 2, it's going to look something like this. And so at x is equal to 3, right here, we want to know, well, what is the equation of the tangent line right there? Equation equals what? And so what is the equation of a line? Well, we know that the equation of a line can be given by y minus y1 is equal to the slope of the line times x minus x1. Another way to write this out might be y minus f of c is equal to f prime at c times x minus c. So we are given f of x, and so therefore we can figure out what f of c is. And we're also given our value of c, so this is c is equal to 3 in this case. And so we can figure out, well, c is equal to 3. F of c, that's going to be f of 3, which is equal to 3 over 3 minus 2, which is equal to 3. And so now all we have to do is figure out, well, what is f prime of c? F prime of c is equal to what? Well, we know from our definition that f prime of c is going to be equal to the limit as x approaches c of f of x minus f of c over x minus c. Plugging in the fact that c is equal to 3, we can say that f prime of 3 is going to be equal to the limit as x approaches 3 of f of x minus f of 3 over x minus 3. We already solved for this term right here, that we solved for that right here. And so we can simplify this. I'll scroll down here for a second. We can say that this is equal to the limit as x approaches 3 of x over x minus 2 minus 3 over x minus 3. Now we're going to do a couple of operations here to simplify this. So the first thing I'm going to do is multiply this 3 term by x minus 2 times x minus 2. And so therefore I can write that this is equal to limit as x approaches 3 of x over x minus 2 minus 3 times x minus 2 over x minus 2 all over x minus 3. And because these have a common denominator, I'm going to combine this entire fraction right here into x minus 3 x minus 2 over x minus 2. I'm going to scroll down here to get a little bit more room. So I can say that this is equal to the limit as x approaches 3 of x minus 3 x minus 2 divided by x minus 2 times x minus 3. I can go ahead and multiply the numerator out into x minus 3x plus 6, which gives me the limit as x approaches 3 of x minus 3x plus 6 divided by x minus 2 times x minus 3. We can simplify the numerator a little bit further and say that this is going to be equal to negative 2x plus 6 over x minus 2 times x minus 3. Still going to keep continuing this out, so I'll scroll down even more here. And this is equal to the limit as x approaches 3. Hang in there, guys. We are almost done. So we factor out the 2, and so we have negative 2 times x minus 3 over x minus 2 times x minus 3. You guys know where I'm going with this. The x minus 3 cancels, and we're left with this is equal to the limit as x approaches 3 of -2 over x minus 2. And this is, as a refresher, f prime at 3. We can do a little bit of plug and chug now. So take the 3, plug it into the x, and we have that this is equal to -2 over 3 minus 2, which is equal to -2. Great. So I'm going to zoom out here so we can see all the work that we just did. And remember, what we were looking at was this equation right here. We're trying to come up with the line equation for the tangent line. Tangent line. And so we've now filled in all of our variables. As a refresher, y minus f of c is equal to f prime of c times x minus c. And we found that this is y minus f of c, which is 3. That's from right here, is equal to f prime of c, that's from down here, so -2, times x minus c, which is up here. And so this is going to be 3. And this is the equation of our tangent line.